No, YouTube, your ears do not deceive you. I am playing That's My Fight Song by Taylor Swift. Actually, I am not. It looks more like Star 102.1's playing it because Knoxville decided to kill off every single rock station that they had. God forbid we don't have 75 country stations. Now, we don't. Who needs a rock station, right? Let's just fucking kill that off. No one needs that shit. No one even. Who listens to rock anyway? No, we need at least 80 to 90 country stations and one extremely repetitive pop music station. Yeah. See what I'm doing right here? I'm doing this as hard as I fucking can to whoever got rid of 94.3X. You see that? You see how hard I'm giving you the finger right now? Just imagine that inserting deep into your anus. She's not high enough, Captain. Squeaky. That's right, there's only one way to start off working on a bike, and that's to get amped up with some back road moto. So we got the duck up here on the lift. I'm sitting here drinking me some sweet tea with some of that delicious libation that's known as alcohol down inside of that. Got the duck up here on the lift, and I was looking, I was like, what? Someone done just all over my throwing star. So we're going to pull that shit off there and clean it. So, how you get that pointy round motherfucker off of there? Well, first thing you gotta do is buy yourself a house, a garage, a couple of bikes, maybe a truck, and some tools and a lift. Once you got that shit taken care of, then you gotta figure out how to get the motherfucker in the air. And, yeah, I'm still working on that part, so hang on. Okay, all you Italian short stroke V-twin this is gonna make you cringe, but what the fuck is he doing? Motherfucker, I am improvising. In the Ogle Res, we pour white trash. We ain't got fancy shit like wheel chocks. We got jacks. Motherfucking jacks. There we go, we got the big rubber roundy thing up in the air. First motherfucking place we gonna start. Not even fucking close, it's probably a 10 then. It won't be a 10, it'll be an 11 3/4 or some bullshit like that I ain't got. Oh, I'll be a motherfucker, I found it. And then you put all of your fucking Clint Eastwood on it and you break that sumbitch loose, just like that. You see that? Motherfucker come loose. You know why? Cause it don't motherfucking want none. You guys ever wonder why my videos are so heavily edited? It's because I have a stutter that I have developed over time. I used to be an incredibly confident public speaker. Now, I can't even talk to my fucking self in the goddamn garage. I'm out here turning wrenches and shit. Trying to make it. God damn it! I just cracked the shit out of my fucking phone. Oh well, the show must go on. If you look back in there, you'll notice this big, giant, weird cog-looking fucking thing, and you gotta turn that son of a bitch, and it moves the tires back and forth on something called an eccentric. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's up until I bought this bike, I thought an eccentric was just some crazy motherfucker played with his dick in a park somewhere, but apparently it's an actual device, and it needs to be adjusted from time to time to keep the chain tension correct. What are we up to? A minute and a half worth of labor? Beer break. If I hear one more goddamn motherfucking Taylor Swift song, I'm gonna set this whole motherfucker on fire with me in it. Now, unless you're a complete fucking mongoloid, you'll notice that this is an Italian bike with one of them weird ass fucking eccentric things that I was just aforementioning. So therefore, you're gonna need one of these little bikes right here. It's called a reach around tool. It's made for reaching around and grabbing shit on a Ducati that was never meant to be fucking grabbed by human hands. The way this little sumbitch works is you reach around and you grab a cog just like that. Then you take this here ridiculous handle that scratches the fuck out of your rim, and then you give her a turn just like that. Now, the astute of you will have noticed that the wheel has moved. And we're gonna go ahead and take all of the slack off of that fucking chain, which, might I add, is covered in jizz. Need some butt inspectors. Be right back. Now, this next part's a lot like going to the doctor when you turn 35 for your birthday. What you're gonna do is put on some butt inspectors. You're gonna insert your fingers. Now that we got all the tension off of the motherfucker, we're gonna take this here strangulation chain. Now then, so now we gotta take the Ninja Star Keeper. Why you no move? Some shit doesn't get, oh, you're contacting the fucking swing arm. Next thing you're gonna need is a 14mm throwing star wrench, because it's got these throwing star bolts on there with all these little fucking points. You put a regular old socket on there, God help you. And you do is put it on there and you do the American thing and you knock the shit out of it a couple of times, like that, and you break her free. You do this over and over again until you either break your hand or you break something off of the bike, or if you're like me and you break one of your fucking tools and you gotta stop. Now you can go on all day long with one of these little pieces of shit, but if you're one of the cool kids, you got one of these. Yeah, bitch, NASCAR. NASCAR, bitch! And now you gotta take off this big fucking thing. Now these right here are what's known as needle nose pliers. These are for when you go to the Amazon. They insert these into the pee hole and they grab a hold of that little fucking catfish thing that spreads its spines out and they rip it out of your dick. It's also pretty good for pulling off keepers. Beer break. Now we gotta get this fucking thing off. Now I ain't got a socket that big. Hell, my dick ain't even that fucking big. I could throw my dick down there and not even touch either side. So what we're gonna need to do is be able to figure out a way to take this motherfucker off without destroying it. Now, if you're lucky, it's hand tight, and it never is. And if you ain't got the exact socket that you need, stop, go to the store, fucking buy one. Unless you're like me, in which case I get a pair of ice strips and a thing of electrical tape. Take the electrical tape, wrap the motherfucker up till I think that it's not gonna tear it up. Now you just keep wrapping until you either A, think you got enough, or two, if you're drunk like me, then you just keep wrapping until you fucking run out of tape. You hear that? A whole bunch of 35-year-old men just clenched their butt cheeks. That's the last fucking time I buy large latex gloves. I swear to God. It's like a 12-year-old trying to put on a fucking Magnum. Now you get your big ass pair of ridiculous pliers. Every toolbox should have a set. And then you do your damnedest to break the motherfucker loose. Chances are it's not gonna come loose. It's gonna slip off. You're gonna break one of your fucking fingers. Or you get lucky like me and it comes right off. Now you take your Ninja throwing star nut and throw that down there because you don't need it no more. And you take your keeper along with the Ninja throwing star and you walk it on off. Now there's gonna be a little shim pop off there. Make sure you hang on to that shit because it's gotta go back on there. And just like that, voila, or whatever those cheese-eating surrender monkeys like to say across the pond. Okay, guess that's how that comes out. And there you have it, one genuine Italian Japanese throwing star with all kinds of schmoo all over it. Now, what do we do about getting rid of all this zebra cum off of this motherfucker? Well, you're gonna need some chemicals. Now, as far as cleaning the chain or your sprocket or whatever the fuck you got some options here. This is by far the best option. This is real talk, by the way. I'm not trying to be funny. This is the best option. This is O, X, and Z-ring safe. What is a Z-ring?
If you have to ask, big man, you can't afford it.
You got some of this O'Reilly's fucking engine degreaser shit. And then, of course, you need something, some sort of libation to clean or re-lube your chain with. Then you got your good old standby, the WD-40. Now, this is slower, but it fucking works. If you're cleaning the sprocket, I like to use this as a finish to get all the other crap off of it, because whatever the hell is in this, there's a reason why they put these big fucking labels on the front of this. Whatever's in there, I'm pretty sure gives you fucking dick cancer immediately after you inhale it. This dude gets a job and has to go to the doctor to get a physical. He goes in, the doctor gives a thorough examination, he comes back into the office and says, "Well, sir, I got good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first?" And of course the man says, "Go ahead and give me that good news first, doctor. I don't know if I can handle any bad news, especially after you had your hand all up inside my ass crack so deep you was checking my fucking back teeth." Doctor says, "Well, the good news is your dick has grown 12 inches since the last time I saw you." Man looks at the doctor and says, "Well, God almighty, doc, that's great. Man, I tell you what, it must have been them vitamins you gave me last month." And the man says, "Go ahead and give me the bad news." The doctor looks around and said, "It's malignant." Well, chances are he was using this Motul shit right here, because anything with a skull, crossbones, fire, and explosion hazard that fucking big, I mean, Al-Qaeda should be strapping this shit up with 9-volt batteries and throwing it at our troops. That's how fucking mean this shit supposedly is. One good inhale from this shit and you get dick cancer immediately. Beer break. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this here giant fucking Italian Ninja Star and we're gonna hose it down with this bullshit, scrub the fuck out of it, get cancer of the dick, go to the doctor, get her dick lopped off, come back, hit it with engine degreaser, rinse it off with some of this here soapy water, and then clean it all off with this carbon choke cleaner, then turnerize this here chain, clean that motherfucker next. Now when you do this, remember this stuff is very, very hazardous, so be sure to wear your best flip-flops to protect all the small parts of the feet that you don't want to fucking rot off. I wonder if this shit melts latex. This shit's so damn mean you could spray it on your dick after fucking a hooker and you wouldn't get AIDS. Next, we got to scrub it. There you have it. Doesn't look very clean, does it? No, it doesn't. Then all you gotta do is just wipe the shit off. Thusly, as you can see, I've got this down here. And we're gonna spray it off with some of my favorite stuff in the world, carbon choke clean. Shit's done. Beer break. Now I'm gonna go ahead and clean this motherfucker too, but I'm not gonna show it on camera because that's boring. And there you have it. Cleaner than a Catholic's condom. Now, this shit's pretty fucking straightforward. You just reverse the order and guess what? Voila, you're fucking done. Now, if you want to, you can take the nuts and you can put them back on there. But if you're like me, then you're gonna insert the shaft into the hole before you start fiddling with your nut. Then you get this big fucking nut thing and you put it back on there just like this. You spin it a few thousand fucking times. If you're like me, then you've already forgot to put the stupid fucking shim. All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we got us a case of the Lance Armstrongs. We're missing a nut. Now, if you're European, you're probably hung up on torque specs. But over here in the States, we just star pattern that shit on there and then use the socket to cinch it down. Hose this shit down with some cleaner and give her a good wipe. Now, why am I doing this? Repetitiveness. Repetitiveness is a key to success. Now